Hey Corf, we are with General Mark Barrett, who pretty much runs things at the Air Force Association, which is of course the whole reason why we are here for this wonderful event. First off, can you tell us real quick your thoughts in your heart? We've raised a tremendous amount of money, I think right in the neighborhood of $23,000 this year. Great race, great day. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a great afternoon, and it's really warm out here, by the way, but the racers are out here. We got a lot of support from the charity race. We raised over $23,000 for our Wounded Airmen program, so that's really, really good. And you can still give, so you have that opportunity.
Let's talk about membership. The Air Force Association is all over the world. You have hundreds of offices. If you could just give us a sense as to how many members you have, but also you don't have to be active or retired in the Air Force to be a part of this great association.
Yeah, that's true. We have about 95,000 members, 200 chapters, not only across the United States, but also in Europe and the Pacific, and anybody can join. And for the cost of about filling up a tank of gas in your car, $45 a year, you can join AFA. Go to AFA.org and you can join. You can donate money to our Wounded Airmen program. You can involve yourself in these kinds of programs.
So there's the cycling event. There's the challenge ride. There have been all the races, but at the end of the day, it's about the money, and it's about these men and women who've sacrificed so much for us. Talk about what they have done and how this money helps them.
Yeah, what the Air Force and the Air Force Association figured out a couple years ago is that oftentimes when our active duty members are wounded, as they transition off active duty because of their injuries into the Veteran Affairs, there's a little bit of a gap. And sometimes during that gap, they need a little bit of help, whether it's help with rent, whether it's help with a car payment, whether it's help for adaptive equipment that they need to continue their lives. And they also needed something to feel a part of. So events like this for Wounded Airmen that are part of the cycling classics, some of the Wounded Warrior trips and things that they do, all these things help them get through their injuries and still feel like they're productive. And that's where we can help.
And that helps a tremendous amount of people. It's also just quite frankly inspiring to see these adaptive cyclists, be it maybe they've lost a limb or two, or maybe they can only use their hands. It really is inspiring to see them out here, isn't it?
Absolutely. In fact, we had 7 members from the Wounded Warriors team, the Air Force Wounded Warrior teams that came out and participated today. And you're right, what a great inspiration. And for them, as a chance to show that they're still viable, they're still part of the community, and it recognizes their sacrifice, their family sacrifices for what they did in uniform.
And talk about what's next for the Air Force Association. You guys have a major event coming up.
Yeah, we have a lot of events during the year, but we have 2 rather large events, and our largest is in September. It's our Air and Space Exposition and Conference, which will be right here in Maryland at the Gaylord, right there on the waterfront. This is where we bring in Air Force leadership, our industry partners, politicians, anybody that has an interest in what's going on in the Air Force, and we talk about the challenges that face not only Air Force but our military at large, and try to figure out how all this can work. And with our economic problems, our budget problems, the wars that are going on still in the Middle East, it's really important we get these folks together and try to come up with solutions to our challenges.
And General Barrett certainly knows what it means to sacrifice. Former fighter pilot.
Yep.
So talk about your service and about why you have dedicated your professional life to helping out people in the Air Force.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a funny story. I mean, I tell people that I've been in the Air Force my whole life. I was born on a Air Force base. My father was in the Air Force. In fact, when I came on active duty, my father and I were both on active duty at the same time. And I just retired after about 35 years of active duty service. And the chance came for me to work with the Air Force Association. So I'm still serving in the Air Force today, is the way I look at it. But, you know, we really depend upon the Air Force and our military at large to have a safe and secure and a free America. So this is really important for all of us.
General Barrett, thank you so much for your leadership and for your service to the country.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the support. Thank you.
Indeed. Back to you guys.